going on YouTube? Trucking Life here. One more time. Back in the truck, guys. I think I walk away, the truck just follow me where I gotta go. Anyway. I don't know what we got going on over there. But as you can see, I'm in the door at a customer. I ain't in the rail yard right now. But anyway, that's what this video about, guys. This video is about what you guys asked me about certain questions I put a topic out there. You guys responded, and I'm trying to answer these to the best of my ability. Another question I got was, how did I get to this point in trucking where I'm at right now? I mean, if I'm understanding you correctly, I believe you like, how did I become an intermodal driver, or how I get to the point where I'm an owner operator. I don't know exactly what you meant by the question. It's kind of a broad question, but I'm gonna try to answer it. I'm trying to hit a couple points, guys. I got a video also on this channel, guys, how I became a truck driver, so that might answer a lot of these questions. So I'm kind of touching on it a little bit in this video, but I mean, I was a regular worker like everybody else, man. I went to my first job was Popeyes, and I had a couple other little jobs here and there, and then you know, I kept getting fired and laid off, and you know the regular spiel. So I said either go to the Army or truck drive. That was my two options that I chose. I put them two options up there for me to use as the avenue to get where I got to go, and so I chose truck driving. Had a couple jobs. I had a couple jobs where, you know, it was a good experience, man. But I had this one gig, man, where I was a truck driver slash front end loader. I don't know how you put them two together, but I was doing it. So when I wasn't in the truck, I was moving recycling paper and stuff around with one of them big Bobcats. You know, construction Bobcats that you see on the construction site, the real huge ones. I told the guys, hey man, I don't know how to drive this. He said, man, I drive trucks, man. What's this? He said, oh, we got training. We'll teach you. I said, okay. It got so bad, I was driving that Bobcat when I was driving the truck. And I'm like, man, I don't know about this one. So anyway, so I went from a couple jobs here and there, and I actually got to a decent job while I was with Conway. It was known as Conway at the time. And maybe later videos I go into more details of the other little jobs I had. But I was actually a yard mule. I was actually a yard jockey at one point. That's how I learned how to back up really well. I was backing up like 80, 90 trailers a night. So you figure that over a period of a couple years, if you don't get good at it, you'll get worse. One of the two happens. So anyway, that's what I did. So it forced me to back up a whole lot. So anyway, I had a couple jobs here and there with trucking. Now I landed this one job where I was at Conway Freight. Now it's called XPO Logistics. They got bought out, I think, a couple years ago. And I was there for about 8 years. That's as long as I ever been in any job. Any job. And it was like, man, I was like, man, I'm straight. Yeah, it always happens like this, guys. I don't know what the deal is, man. If this happened to anybody else out there, guys, you know, give me a thumbs up for it. You hear this right here. Man, right before you got here, it was like this. So anyway, before I got there, I was like, they was making like, the money was like, man, the rules was decent. They was making decent money. So I was like, man, that's what I need right there. Some stability, baby. Need some stability, man. Let's go. So anyway, I was working line haul. I was running pups. I was running twins. And then I was making, even though the money got cut somewhat, it didn't get cut. It was kind of like, they cut the hours. So, you know, in that type of work, where you get paid by the hour by the lane runs, they'll cut the runs. Like, if you, let's just say, instead of cutting the pay on the run, more likely they'll cut the runs. So what happened was, when I got on there, they used to say, man, the bottom guys here, because it was a seniority-based company. So by being a seniority-based company, you know, the top guys, they get the best runs, and whatever's left, the bottom guys get whatever's left, what the top guys didn't want. So the bottom guys was running like longer runs because it was just so plentiful of work. It was just so much work that the bottom guys was running like top guys by default. And so I get there, and I start off on line haul, because they kicked me on line haul first, because you gotta work your way up to get the day stuff running. And I'm really not a night guy, man. Man, boy, whew, that was rough, man. That was rough for me. But anyway, I did it though. And I'm running nights, and they started cutting runs. So instead of running 5 days a week, I started running 3 days a week on nights. I'm a company driver. I'm like, man, I said, what's this? So anyway, as I skip it, I built up enough seniority, so I said, I'm gonna go on P&D. So that's when I started doing local stuff, like local P&D. And then that they lost out losing contracts at that service center. And it's just the story, guys. I'm telling you, it's the story, man. It's like, before you got on P&D, I keep hearing it over. And I said, man, is it following me or what? But anyway, it ain't just me, it happened to other people too, man. But I know it happened for a reason, because if I wouldn't have went through that, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now. And I wasn't going through what I'm going through right now, I wouldn't be wanting to make the next move I want to make. Food for thought. But anyway, so I get over it. I do the dance for about 8 years. Now I was like, man, this ain't cutting the cake, man. The money, I went back on nights. The nights wasn't popping like it was with Lion Hall. They ain't have a day Lion Hall. I would have loved that. I would love to run a couple pups during the day, hit the road and just go, baby. Oh, that's me all day. But they wouldn't give it to a guy like me, boy. I'm telling you, boy, I'll burn that lane up. This is about how I got to the point I am in trucking right now, guys. And so I did that for some years, and I was like, okay, this ain't working. So I was like, man, you know what? I'm finna try to do my own thing, guys. I'm finna try to get my own truck. I'm finna try to just, man, if I'm gonna be control, if I'm gonna be out here taking all the risks, I'm gonna take it on myself. I'm gonna get me a truck. So anyway, I did my little research, looked around, and I found this brother I know. He was like, hey, we got lease to purchase program over here. No money down. You come on in, you know, and get you a truck. I said, word? I said, what's the credit looking like though? 'Cause my credit's shot, baby. My credit was shot. He was like, hey man, no credit check. I'm like, bro? I'm like, shh, well, I'm there. Why I sign up? So anyway, I fill it out. I go over there, right? In the process of me going over there to the lease purchase program, guys, I kid you not, on my way to my other job, you know, I gave him a 2 week notice. I ain't finna be on that. I'm finna burn my bridges type stuff. No, I gave him a 2 week notice. Like, look, I'm quitting in 2 weeks. I'm resigning in 2 weeks. You know, here's my 2 week notice. That last week on my way to work, the process already started with the owner operator thing. It already started. So they ran the NVR and all that stuff, right? Which I'm glad they did, because check this out. That last week on my way to my old job that I was leaving, I had an accident in my personal car. And it was my fault. But by the time the accident hit my record, I was already in the door over here at the other place. You know what I'm saying? I was like, woo! But anyway, so all this is how I became to the point where I'm at right now, guys. So I said, you know, I'm taking a chance on myself. I'm gonna get my own truck. Now, I'm gonna put this out here, guys. This is not a knock on owner operators. This is not a knock on being a trucker. This is not a knock on having your own truck. If you wanna do it, it's on a bucket list to do it, do it. Taste it for yourself. But me personally, check it out. I get over here, right? So I'm like, man, you know what? It's on a bucket list to get my own truck. I'm gonna take a risk on myself, baby. Let's get it. Let's go. I kind of find out when you get into this world, you got more responsibility. You got more things you gotta look out for. And you got just more everything is after you. From the dispatchers trying to screw you on loads. The brokers trying to screw you on loads. The carrier trying to short you on your money. Like, let's say, they say, well, this load pays 80% of this run. Well, some people, I caught some guys doing this to me. I caught it on my settlements. What they was doing was, if the run paid 600, it would be 80% of 600, right? They say the run paid 600, they estimate rate con for like 400. They had a couple $100 knocked off. So they give me 80% of the 400. So they still was getting money at the 400, but they kept the other 200 plus the 20% of the 400. They was getting over, man. I had to, like, so I'm saying stuff like that, guys. You like 80% of what? 90% of what? I mean, I need to see the original Raycon. I told you won't get screwed over. But anyway, all I'm saying is this: how I got to this point right here when I was doing rails, I was just trying to bet on myself in every sense of the word. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to do something better. It wasn't cutting the cake while I was working as a company driver. So you know what? I'm tired of being a company driver, taking a chance on myself. I get my own truck, come to find out you really ain't taking a whole percent. When you get your own truck, guys, remember this: you're not taking 100% on your own self. Totally, you're not, because I'm finna tell you some things. Then I'm gonna get back to how I got to this point. When you got your own truck, you still got to go through a broker. The brokers got somehow they weasel. I ain't gonna say they weasel their way in, but they in the middle. They in the middle between you and the carriers. I mean, the carrier, broker, shipper, receiver. That's how they go for the most part, unless you got direct contracts with the customers. And when you do that, I'll get to that in a minute. But anyway, so I'm like, man, I got my own truck, finna get my customers. I didn't know, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know what I was getting myself into. All I knew was that this looked better than what I was at before. I'm jumping ship, baby. Let's go. Let's better yourself. Take a chance on myself, so to speak. I didn't know all about the dispatch shuffle. I knew about it as a company driver, but it costs you more if you do the dispatch shuffle as an owner op. It costs you way more. I didn't know about being cash cows out here. You know, you can put out a service as a company driver. Yeah, you lose money. You know, yeah, you lose money. You know, by sitting with DOT or whatever. But if you're an owner operator, you can put out a service. You're losing money by sitting, and it's costing you money because you got to pay fines plus CSA points. You know, and the whole gambit, right? The gamut. And when you're a company driver, make a call. The truck break down on the side of the road, make a call. Yeah, man, truck broke down. I'm over here. Kick your feet up, read the newspaper, right? When you're an operator, you're on the phone negotiating. Hey, man, here you go, $180 for what? $180. Like, man, look, I'm calling you back. So now you, instead of you relaxing, you calling all these different people because you know somebody finna screw you. You want to get screwed less as possible. That's what I'm saying. So it's a different world. So that's how I got to the point where I'm at right now, guys. Do I regret being an owner operator? No, I don't. It's good money when it's good, but when it's bad, it's bad, and when it's okay, it's okay. It's exactly what it is. It ain't like it's good, then it's kind of bad, then it's kind of bad, but it's really good. No, if it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad. If it's okay, it's okay. That's just it. Period. So, this is my opinion, guys, from my experience. Now, if you want to do something like that, do it. Would I do it again? I would. I learned a lot. I learned a lot from doing this. First of all, it taught me how to get out of the company driver mindset. When you start looking in your own pocket, your pocket's getting a little slim because you don't know how to run your truck. You don't know how to run no lanes. You don't know how to run none of that stuff. So, on top of all that, guys, learn how to navigate the trucking stuff with the logistics of it. And you throw that on top of going to rail yards, guys. Picture that. So, pretty much, I had that going on, plus trying to learn the rail yards, guys. I want to change that for the world, man. I learned so much from doing this, guys. I learned so much from doing this. And so I got to the point where I figured, if it don't kill me, it'll make me stronger, man. And I ain't lying, this right here, this puts some hair on your chest. If you put the rail yards on top of that too, you really have a king beef on your chest, boy. Want some hair on your chest, go to the rails. Rails will give you something to think about, boy. What that song go? Give him something he could feel. The rails will give you something you really could feel. But anyway.